Namaste. Welcome to the second class of the three-part low back series. In the first class, we focused on relieving tension from the low back. Today, we are focusing on gently building strength in the muscles that support the low spine, the deep core muscles, the glutes, and the muscles in our back body. You won't need any props for today's class, and when you're ready, we'll start in supine position. So go ahead and lay down on your back. You can keep your knees bent. Feet can be hip width apart, palms can rest on the belly or anywhere comfortable. And close down the eyes if you haven't already. Take these first few moments to gently tune in, connect with the breath. And slowly begin to soften into the space beneath you. Let's take one cleansing breath to begin our practice. Inhale through the nose and release through the mouth. We begin to deepen our breath, perhaps activating our Ujjayi breathing by constricting the back of the throat. Nice deep inhales and exhale fully. Couple of more like that. Gently blink the eyes open. Bring the hands next to the hips and then make sure that the feet are hip width apart. We will start with some pelvic tilts. So on the inhale, we arch the spine, create space between the low back and the mat. And on the exhale, press the low back into the earth so that there's no space between the back and the mat. Continue, inhale and exhale. So we are activating those deep core muscles in the low belly. Gently waking them up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Posterior tilt in the pelvis. Go for a couple of more. And exhale. You can always slide a palm under the low back to make sure that you are tucking the tailbone completely, just to create that awareness. Last one. And on the exhale, tuck the tailbone, normal breathing, but hold that tuck. So hold that place where the low back is pressing into the mat. Continue to breathe, continue to brace your core for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Come back to the natural curve of your spine. Now extend the right leg long, flex the right toes. Again, tuck that tailbone. So engage the low belly. And then we are going to lift the right leg up. Inhale up. Exhale lower. Hover the heel if you can. Inhale, lift the leg up. Make sure you have that core braced. Couple of more. Be sure to keep that posterior tilt at the pelvis, especially when the leg is going down. Last one. Hover the leg and pause here for another 3, 2, normal breathing. 1, bend the knee, lower the foot down, and then we'll go on the other side. Left leg extends, flex the left leg, left foot rather. Inhale, lift the leg up, exhale down. 4 more with your breath. And you don't have to lower the leg all the way down. You can always keep the knees soft. Last one. And hover and stay here. Again, belly button to spine, spine to the mat. For another 3, normal breathing, 2, 1, and bend the knee, relax. Let's hug the knees to the chest, gently rocking side to side. Relaxing the low spine. Come back center. Next up we'll do a bridge. So lower the feet down, hands next to the hips. Gently tuck the tailbone and then lift the hips up. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Pause here for a second. And then we'll do some dynamic movement. Make sure you're not turning the head right or left when your hips are in the air. So down and then up, exhale. And continue. You can always lower the hips down completely and then come up. If you can, hover the hips. Couple of more. Last one. Lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, and then we'll do top half pulses. So down and then up. So slowly lower the hips and then up, exhale. And up, exhale. A couple of more. Last one. Hold at the top. Stay here, or to challenge yourself, you can shift the weight in the left leg and lift the right leg up. You can always keep both feet down. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right foot down and then lift the left leg up. And then we'll hold for 5 counts. 5, 4, keep pushing the hips up, stay strong, almost done. 3, 2, 1, lower the foot down, lower the hips down, well done. You can again hug the knees to your chest or windshield wiper the legs, whatever feels good. And then we'll lower on any side, or rather roll on any side, and then come up into a tabletop position. If knees are feeling sensitive, you can place some cushion under the knees, wrist underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and go for a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, we arch the spine. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round. You can stay with your traditional cat and cow, or you can do some barrel rolls, sinking the hips to one side, arching and then rounding as you complete that circle. You can soften the elbows to make the movement nice and big. Go for 3-4 rounds on one side. Usually feels good. And then once you're complete on one side, flow on the other side. Move slow, mindfully with your breath. Keep going. Let's do one more round. And then come back center. Let's go for a bird dog. We'll balance. So you can either take just the leg option. So extending the right leg behind, pointing through the toes, keeping the hip closed. If this is enough challenge for you today, stay here. To add on, you can extend the left arm long. Hold here, brace the core. Keep the neck long, no need to look forward. Another breath. Lower the hand, lower the knee down, shake out the hips a bit, and we'll go on the other side. So you can take just the leg option. It's always good to start with just extending the leg, and if you feel balanced enough, add the arm. You can always, take a pause and then come up again. Try to stay with me for another couple of breaths. Last breath. Lower the palm, lower the knee, shake out the hips. Good job, well done. All right, we are going to go in a forearm plank. So you see the pattern, we are strengthening the core muscles. Lower the forearms down. You can keep the palms together, elbows underneath the shoulders, and then take the knees back. So we can either stay here tucking the tailbone on our knees, or if it feels okay, curl the toes and then lift those knees, making sure that the hips are not sinking down. They are up, not too high, not too low. Keep pushing the floor away and just breathe here, bracing the core. Forearms pressing away from the mat, heels pressing back, lifting the kneecaps up to engage the legs. I know it's hard. I feel it too. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lower the knees down. Well done. Let's take a break in Makarasana. So coming all the way down our front body, we can make a pillow with our palms, just resting here. And then we'll work on our obliques. Take another breath. Slowly rise up on the forearms again. Roll on to your left side. So left forearm is under, left leg is bent, top right leg is straight, and then lift the hips up. So if this is challenging enough, you stay here, or you can join me for a movement. Thread the needle 3 times. Right arm reaches up. Inhale, take the right arm under and back. Exhale up. Couple of more. Be sure to not collapse in the left shoulder. Keep lifting. Last one. Working on our rotation. And then hold here for 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down. You can simply roll on the other side. I'm going to continue to face the camera. So coming on the right side now. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Coming into our modified side plank, and then option to move. Inhale under, exhale up. Couple of more. Last one. Pausing here, you can always rest the top arm on the hip for 3, 2, 1. And then lower the hip down, and let's come on our belly. So again in Makarasana to rest just for a couple of breaths. We'll work on our back body now. So bring the palms next to the chest, elbows pointing up. Inhale, lift the head, neck and shoulders for cobra. Exhale down. Make sure you're not locking out the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, option to look forward. Exhale down. Last time, inhale up and pause here. Elbows hug to the side body. For another 3, normal breathing. Relax the shoulders, 2, 1. And release. Good job. And then we'll go into our lower body. So lifting the right leg up on the inhale, exhale down. And then inhale, left leg up, leg lifts, exhale down. Keep alternating. We'll do total 5 on each side. This is the third one. Let the movement follow the pace of your breathing. 2 more. Last one we'll hold. Lift the right leg up. Try not to open the hip. Hold here for another 3. Normal breathing. 2. A little higher. 1. Down, and then the other side. Lift the left leg up. Last breath. Lower the leg down. Take a breather. You can always turn the head to one side. You can exhale through the mouth. All right. Facing down again. Going for Sarpasana, locust. Hands come next to the hips. Roll the shoulders up and back. We'll lift head, neck and shoulders and the legs. Balancing on our pelvis. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the thighs. Keep the neck long, no need to look forward. This should be challenging. Last breath. And release. Good job. Let's press back into child's pose. So big toes touch, knees widen, and then extend the arms out in front of you. Just slow down your breathing. We're coming towards the end of our practice. Stay for one more breath. And then slowly lift yourself up. We'll go on our backs. So shift the weight onto any side. Extend the legs out and lower yourself down. Let's bring the arms out into a T if we have the space, or you can always cactus out the arms. Bring the feet off the mat 90 degree at the knees and the hips if it feels okay. And then drop the knees to one side. Let them hover. Inhale, come back center. Again working on the obliques. Exhale, drop. Inhale up. Continue for 2 more rounds on each side. Doing your best to keep the opposite shoulder blade grounded. So when I'm dropping my knees to my right, my left shoulder blade stays on the mat. And vice versa. After your last round, come back center. Lower the feet down to readjust your hips. We'll hug the knees to the chest. If it feels okay, you can wrap your arms around your shins. Lift the head, neck and shoulders for your Purnvayu Muktasana. On the inhale, squeeze yourself here. Give yourself some love. And on the exhale, release the pose. So for Shavasana, you can either go into knee knock-in pose where the feet are mat width apart and the knees knock in. That helps to release the low spine. Or you can extend the legs long, as wide as the mat, rather feet as wide as the mat, and place the hands wherever they feel comfortable. Gently close down the eyes. Letting go of your practice. Letting go of the control. Just breathing naturally. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. We invite small movements in the fingers, the toes. When you feel ready, you can join me for a full body stretch by bringing the feet together, arms overhead. And then bending the knees, making our way onto any side, and then pressing up into a comfortable seat. Once you arrive, you can close down the eyes again. Let's bring the palms in front of the heart. Taking a pause, soaking in the after effects of the practice. Bringing the palms to the forehead. Hope you felt supported with today's class. I will see you next time.